Hello, everybody. It said recordings in progress, so I guess recording is in progress. So welcome. Let's start standing, please. And let's just let our feet go from side to side, just feeling the ground, sort of pressing downward with your feet until you feel nice and grounded. Now let's have our weight just shifting forward and back, feeling the stomach muscles pulling in, feeling your head reaching upwards. And that's settling in on your feet. Let's just shake out our arms. Let's do a few inhale up, exhale, 2 more times. More time. Wonderful. Inhaling, reaching your arms up, looking up. Exhale, arms slowly coming down on either side, letting your head look forward. Good. So nice big inhale, opening your chest, palms reaching up. Slowly palms facing down, letting your head go forward to get that stretch in the back of your neck. Good. One more time, reaching up, clasping your hands, exhaling one way, getting that big side stretch. Inhale, coming up, exhale. Good. A few more times with your own breath speed. Wonderful. Inhale, reaching up, and then exhale, palms together, coming to heart center. Let's just shake out our shoulders. Maybe let the head look around a little bit, just whatever you feel you need to do in your upper body. Letting everything settle down, pressing your hands together. Just a few moments of having your weight go forward and back, just so you feel really active in your body again. Bringing your head forward and either looking at the floor or closing your eyes. Just noticing your breath, noticing whatever sensations are going on in your body. Good. So whatever you notice, keeping that in mind as we go, just so that we're being kind to our bodies. Let's just let our arms come forward and back. Good. Wonderful. Shaking out those hands. And let's come down to our hands and knees, please. So let's start with some good old cow and cat. So inhale, really slowly looking up. Exhale, slowly drawing in your stomach muscles, rounding your back, and just seeing whatever your body has to tell you, and then adjusting so that one way or another, you're being kind to your body, giving it what it needs. Wonderful. Coming back through center, and let's take our hips around in a big circle. So you're just feeling a nice circular motion. It's like you're pressing back kind of into child's pose halfway and then coming around, just getting that nice hip circle and then switching directions around the other way. Good. Wonderful. Coming back to just your normal hands and knees. Let's inhale your left arm open to the side, looking to the side, then exhale, have that arm sweeping your other arm, and then looking the other way. So we're just trying to get a twisty feeling in our spine. Just paying attention to what your shoulder has to say about this. Going nice and easy. Wonderful. Bring everything back through center. Let's do that all on the other side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sweeping through. Wonderful. Coming back through center, bringing your knees apart, your feet coming towards one another. And now we're slowly going to make our way back into child's pose. So reaching your arms forward, maybe supporting your forehead or chest with a pillow or a block. Taking in nice long inhales, and on the exhales, really feeling your hips sinking downwards. Ignoring the crinkly sounds. Your next inhale, slowly coming back up onto our hands and knees. We're going to bend our right elbow and look to the left. So again, you're getting that twisty feeling in your spine, inhaling through center, then exhale, twisting the other way. So you're getting kind of like a shoulder feeling, upper spine twisty feeling. And gently turning the head so your neck is also getting a nice twist in line with your spine. Good, wonderful. Coming back into your neutral, hands and knees. Now we're going to inhale, long spine, exhale, hip going one way, head looking over the other side. So now we're getting that big stretch up our side body. Good, wonderful. We're going to come back into child's pose again. Nice big inhale, exhale as you're settling back. So starting by getting your spine nice and long, the hips nice and settled. And then if you like, bending in your left elbow so you can reach your right arm across. So you're getting a big side stretch up from that right hip, right up the side body, letting your head maybe rest on that, on your left bent arm. Just one way or another, getting a big stretch up your side body and sinking down through the hips. Good, wonderful. Slowly on an inhale, coming back through center and just doing something that makes you feel unbent from that side, just something that will soften up your body a little bit. I feel like just swaying side to side a bit, just sort of whatever takes the feeling you just had away and kind of neutralizes it. And then when you're ready, bending in the other elbow, which is probably your right elbow, and reaching your left arm across, feeling that left hip sinking down as you're reaching the arm across. So the whole sort of flank, so to speak, is getting stretched out, letting your head rest where it wants. Breathing deep. Wonderful. On your next inhaling, coming back through center again, just slowly, slowly coming out. Slowly bringing your legs back together and then just letting your hips go side to side. So inhale through center, exhale, just let your hips sway. Getting a stretch up the side of the legs, the outside. Wonderful. So now picking up your feet off the floor and doing some ankle circles. Back around the other way. Let's just play the piano with our toes, maybe stretching out the toes and then flexing our feet, maybe scrunching in your toes. Just trying to move it all around, imagining your feet are like your hands and your fingers and just sort of trying to have that same level of articulation. Good. So now with our feet, our toes curled, we're going to start to press the floor away and really feel some strength coming into our upper body and feel your stomach muscles pulling in. So start to feel kind of fiery in your body, feeling your spine nice and long. Good. So when you're ready, maybe pushing the floor away and lifting your knees off the floor. We're just trying to generate some heat. So feeling your arms really strongly pressing into the ground, nice strong stomach muscles. Breathing deep. Good, wonderful. Lowering your knees down and let's extend one leg out. Try not to hit things, of course. And just pressing back into your calf and then pressing up onto your toes. So let's exhale. Inhale forward. So we're waking up our feet, waking up our calves. Good, wonderful. Switching legs, same thing. And let's keep our stomach muscles engaged. Inhale to rock forward. Exhale, rocking back. Good, wonderful. Now to really heat things up, let's come into plank on our elbows if that works for your forearms. So that nice strong core coming on to your toes. And you can always just do this on your knees. And actually that's what I'm going to do. So just you do you, but having a really strong core and feeling those shoulders pressing down through your elbows. So we're not letting anything collapse. Everything feels held. So whether your knees are up or down, breathing deep. Good. Maybe if you want more excitement, letting your hips rock side to side a little bit so you'll feel it come into your side body. Good. Wonderful. Then lowering right down onto the floor. Let's just do a little bit of a cobra. So we've got our elbows bent or underneath our shoulders, palms down. Let's just inhale and gently, maybe lifting our heart a little bit, depending on what your back wants, feeling your shoulders pulling down your spine. Just seeing what's going on with your back and just gently, gently trying to extend your spine in this direction. Good. One more big inhale and then slowly lowering down. Let's just reach our arms forward, palms coming together, letting your head rest sort of on your arms if that reaches. Maybe if it feels good, bending your knees and just letting your feet flop from side to side. This is something Heather would do, I know. So just you do you, whatever your body wants to do at this moment, go for it. Good, wonderful. While we're here, let's roll onto our side, letting your head rest on your one arm, and let's just reach back. And if you can reach, grabbing the top of your foot and then pressing your hip forward so you get a nice stretch through the front of your hip and your quad if it feels okay. Maybe just to keep the lower leg busy, maybe wiggling your toes a little bit. And also feeling that top arm, a nice opening through your shoulder as you're reaching back. Good, wonderful. Releasing that leg, giving it a shake, and then rolling onto your other side to do the same thing, just making sure your knee joint doesn't have too much stress on it. So just gently pressing that hip forward if it feels okay. So getting a nice opening through the front of your hip down into your quad. Maybe wiggling out your toes of that lengthened leg. Wonderful. Let's let go, roll back onto our stomach. Let's make our way up onto our hands and knees. Let's get some more heat again. So curling your toes, pressing away with your hands, lifting up your knees, pulling in your stomach muscles. Breathing deep. Good. Now really slowly start to kind of press back with your hips. We're going to go into a bent-legged downward dog, just going really, really slow. Just seeing if you can just sort of transfer your weight backwards, pressing the floor away, and just see how that feels in your spines. We're going for a good feeling. Maybe pulling in your stomach muscles and feeling your lower ribs reaching towards your quads. Let's do some deep breaths where you take in a big inhale and let it go, kind of like a horse on the exhale. Wonderful. Then nice and gently, you might need to ease up a bit, bicycling out your legs. So just stretching out your hamstrings. Good, wonderful. Now, nice big inhale, deep bending of the knees, and on the exhale, see if you can straighten out both knees if they want to get that long, long downward dog stretch. Good. Maybe giving your head a little bit of a shake. And then let's walk our feet up towards our hands, coming into a forward fold. My back doesn't love this, so do the version that you like. Maybe shaking out your head, shaking out your shoulders. And then slowly, slowly roll up your spine, coming to standing. Good, wonderful. So let's, while we get here, just do some hip circles, nice and slow, kind of churning. Super, and then back around the other way. Wonderful. And we're just gonna lift with a strong core, the knee forward, and then just open it up to the side. So this is definitely a balance. So take a moment to get stable on that foot. We're just gently doing a little bit of hip circles. Good. And then the other side. So we're gonna be getting into warrior two soon. So speaking of which, pick a, let's see, a side, and let's settle into our warrior two. That's the one where your hips are more open. Warrior one's the one where your hips are more square. So we're letting this back hip open up, settling down with our arms. Good. Wonderful. So we're just gonna flow a little bit. So let's just let our body tip forward and back a little bit. So we're feeling a nice strong core, strong legs, but we're just letting our upper body, our shoulders and our arms just have some it's more of a loose feeling. And let's, with our breath, have it be like inhale as we tip up, exhale, tipping back the other way. Good. Wonderful. So now that we're a bit more loosened up, shaking out our shoulders, let's flip the front palm. Inhale, reaching up into our sun warrior, letting this back arm relax or maybe come behind you. Inhale to reach, exhale, maybe lowering in a little bit more. Good. Another few deep breaths. Wonderful. Then inhale, coming back to warrior two. Now we're going to do that bow and arrow thing where you reach your back arm to the front, feel like you're pulling open a bow, then ching, letting it go. So with your own time, breathing deep. Let's have it be inhale as you pull back, ding, and then exhale, drawing your arm forward. Wonderful. Hooray. So now we're going to slowly bring our front foot to face back together. Let's slowly bring our legs back together, doing whatever your body wants, whatever feels good in the moment. Good. This actually feels pretty good. Let's have our hands on our sacrum like this, our thumbs facing in, and just rocking forward, looking up, letting your pelvis come forward. And then as you exhale, strong core and kind of tipping forward with a long spine. So we're keeping our spine long. Inhale, letting the pelvis rock forward. Exhale, we're getting that kind of hinge feeling. Good. Now, if you like holding this hinge, long spine, and feeling that big stretch down your hamstrings. Good. Take a nice big inhale as you exhale. Just let everything relax forward into a forward fold. Shaking everything out. Wonderful. Then inhale to roll back up your spine, and we're going to come into warrior two on the other side, please. Wonderful. So we did the tipping on the first side. On this side, let's rotate our shoulders forward, then inhale, rotating them open. So our palms and our head are kind of coming forward. Then inhale, opening everything up, looking up. So exhale, and inhale. Good, wonderful. We're going to do that sun or sun warrior again, flipping the front palm, inhale, reaching up, letting that back arm go where it likes, maybe sinking a bit deeper into that front leg and feeling that big, big, big stretch. Your next inhale, just coming back to our normal warrior two, and then same thing, we're going to inhale to open up our bow, let it go. Exhale to close it off. Inhale. Exhale, sweeping forward. Good, wonderful. So finishing up. Good, now coming out of this, bringing your leg forward, bringing your feet more back together. And let's just do with our feet facing forward like this, just going side to side, lunging a little bit. So getting into the inner thigh, maybe letting the body twist a little bit, seeing what your back and body has to say, engaging that lower stomach, because on the side you'll see it, you're kind of tipping forward, so you got to have this, your stomach a little bit engaged. Good, wonderful. Now just standing up tall, let's put our hands on our hips again so our feet are more far apart than last time. So inhale, looking up. Exhale, sort of reaching forward with our chest. Good. A few more of these. And feeling your shoulders opening up as well as your elbows are reaching back. Good. Wonderful. Now let's tipping forward, really strong core, maybe having your hands come down to your quads. Just seeing if you can hold your strong stomach. Take a big inhale and then exhale, maybe bending your knees a bit and coming into a forward fold, letting everything shake out. Maybe lunging from side to side if that feels good. Wonderful. Now we're going to make our way down onto the floor so you can sort of bend your knees, and we're going to lay down onto our back. And when you get there, hugging your knees to your chest, please. So letting your knees just rock from side to side. And as you let your knees rock, let actually your whole body rock. Like kind of flop over to one side, come back on your knees and flop onto the other side. And trying to get kind of a nice massage through the hips, through the shoulders, just sort of whatever is touching the ground, trying to see it as like kind of a big, hopefully soft, massagey roller. Good, wonderful. So lengthening out your right leg and hugging in your left leg, really letting that right quad release, and then taking that left leg in a circle. Good, feeling that hip getting juiced up. And then back around the other way. Now, normally when we do twist, I always have your both knees bent, but I want to try it this way. My back won't love it, but your back might. So let's see how it goes. So let's keep your right leg straight and then just gently taking your bent left knee and then guiding it across your body, letting your hip come off the ground, opening up your arms, and that left toe, it can come down to the floor. So just seeing how this feels, I find it a more intense twist. If you like it, great. If you don't, just go back to the type of twist you like best. So letting your shoulders totally release and then just breathing deep. On your next inhale, bringing everything back through center, nice and slow, hugging in both knees for a moment, doing whatever feels not twisted. And when you're ready, lengthening out the left leg, keeping the right leg hugged in and really letting that left quad just release. Taking that bent leg in a circle, really feeling the movement coming from the hip. Back around the other way. Wonderful. Now guiding that bent right leg, come across your body, coming into a twist if that feels okay, or do it the way you like. Opening up your arms, letting your shoulders just release downwards. I'm going to bend my knees because that's what I like better. So breathing deep. And once you found the twist, just releasing downwards on each exhale. You're ready on an inhale, bringing everything back through center, hugging in your knees, and then maybe with your hands on your knees, try and do an egg beater with your knees. So you're just doing little circles with your knees, or with your hips rather, but in the egg beater pattern, which is kind of confusing for the brain sometimes. And then switching directions. So you're circling your knees, but at different rates. So like the egg beater. Good, wonderful. Now reaching your feet up to the sky, flexing your feet so you're getting a nice stretch in your hamstrings. And let's reach our palms to the ceiling, flexing your hands. So your palms of your hands and the soles of your feet are reaching upwards. Maybe let's bend and then almost like we're pushing away. So that feels good. So inhale to bend gently, and then as you exhale, like with a strong core, powerfully push away. And as you press up to the sky, maybe tuck your chin so you're getting a very long spine feeling. A few more. Good. Now bending your knees, your choice of happy baby, maybe just holding your knees apart, maybe holding underneath your knees and spreading out your legs. Or if you like, coming into happy baby, grabbing your calves or the outside of your feet, just whatever is going to work for you. And just breathing deep. Wonderful. Bringing everything back through center, hugging your knees, and then let's lengthen everything out into a full body stretch. So stretching your arms overhead, stretching out your feet, maybe flexing your feet and flexing your wrists, and then maybe doing the opposite, just sort of messing around with your hands and your feet and see how that changes the stretch. Good. Maybe try almost like you're rotating your shoulders, kind of like you're turning your baby fingers inwards and then turning them outwards, if that's okay, in your shoulder. So really feeling your upper back. Good, wonderful. Hooray. So let's bring our knees in again and let's make some heat again. So pressing our hands into our legs and our legs into our hands. So feeling that core getting fiery. Breathing deep, and the more sort of you're pressing it, sort of it's instead of a tug of war, it's like a press of war. And just really trying with the deep breath and strong core, feel that heat getting generated. Good, wonderful. Putting your feet back down on the ground, hands alongside your hips. And just start first by sort of rocking your pelvis back and forth. So letting your pelvis sort of tip forward so you get an arch in your back, and then have your pelvis sort of scoop up, sort of tucking your tail, maybe that coming off the floor a little bit. So just sort of rocking back and forth. So you're getting kind of your lower back, your sacrum, just gently getting it warmed up. And let's just for a moment or two let our knees flop from side to side with our arms just relaxed. So inhale through center, Exhale, flopping to the side. Now it might feel nice to add your arms if you like. So have your arms swapping to one side, inhale through center, and let's flop the other way. And then just see what happens when you add in your head. Like maybe you're having your head look the opposite way to your arms, so your head's looking towards your knees. Just kind of mess around with your various body parts and just see what happens when you move them different ways. Wonderful. Coming everything back through center. Let's just inhale, reach our arms overhead, getting that arch in the back, that rocking the pelvis. Then exhale, bring our hands alongside our body and have the pelvis sort of rocking. You're tucking your tail. So inhale to arch and reach, exhale. Have that tucking feeling. Good, wonderful. Hands alongside your hips, maybe getting your heels a bit closer if you like. This is the one where we're pressing into our feet, strong glutes, lifting our pelvis up, looking upwards and not having any weight on your neck. Good. Take another nice big inhale. And then slowly rolling down your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Get to the bottom. Let's hug our knees in. Inhale to pull maybe your head towards your knees, coming to a ball. And then on your next exhale, just let everything lengthen out into Shavasana. Just letting your hips fall open, your shoulders get heavy. On your inhale, feel everything easy, everything, no effort. And on your exhale, just feel that easiness melting downwards. Next, inhale, letting your body move, maybe letting your head rock from side to side or moving your fingers and toes. Letting things move and stretch how they like. On an inhale, rolling onto your right side, resting there. With your eyes half closed or closed, coming up to a seated position. Letting your hands be where they want, maybe palms down on your legs, maybe palms together at heart center, whatever you want. Breathing deep, letting your head just bow forward and remembering something that's always nice to remember. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great day wherever the day takes you. See you around. Bye-bye.